Kids here, dude. Come on.
I am pro-choice, but I think you're going about it all wrong with the sign. I don't care if you speak out, but if you could put your sign away.
Why? Why is it wrong to display an image like this? Because what? You mean you support the mass murder of children, so like, why are you offended by showing that mass murder to the public? If you support it, what's wrong? What's wrong with hurting children? You're all about hurting children, right? Look at that's what you support. That's the child that you're okay with hurting right there.
I am not okay about hurting children.
Oh yeah, you are. You're pro-choice. You think it's a choice to mutilate people to death.
If you make it illegal, it's only going to cause more pain. More children are going to be murdered.
No, less children are going to be mass murdered.
But it's just
That's a lot less pain.
I bet you're also pro-gun.
Because like more sadness is going to be caused because children will be born to parents that aren't ready and parents that like more children are orphanage.
And we should love those children and take care of those children. We shouldn't murder them.
Children in orphanages are already not being taken care of.
Yeah, do I see you like funding these orphanage or foster programs?
No, I don't have to do that in order to speak out against mass murder and say, please don't murder kids.
If you don't want to murder kids, then do I see you funding birth control?
Well, most birth control murders kids, like hormonal birth control. And I don't believe in birth control in the first place, so.
Well,
Okay,
then
well,
again,
if you
you're
don't
a
believe in
man,
birth
you're not a
control-
woman, you're not the one who goes through the physical labor of having to carry that child around you.
Yeah, and not wanting to go through that doesn't justify murdering somebody. You should love your child and sacrifice yourself for your child, right?
What if you're a teen mom? What if you're like 12 years old, already pregnant?
You should still love your baby.
What if having the baby kills the mother?
That's extremely rare, but she should be willing to lay down her life for her child if she needs to.
What if the baby dies in the process of her trying to... What if the baby is going to die no matter what if she's too young to have the child?
Well, we should still not intentionally kill somebody, right? Because that's murder. It doesn't matter what we think is going to happen. We should never intentionally murder somebody, like kill somebody, an innocent person who hasn't done anything wrong.
What if the baby is born with a defect that doesn't allow them to live even in a month?
You should still love the baby. The answer is always the same. Love the baby.
Loving the baby is doing what's best for it. Do you really want that child to be put through all the pain?
I want to obey God first and foremost, and he says thou shalt not murder, and he makes no exceptions for that. And so
why aren't you talking about like all the kids that are getting murdered in schools then?
well, there's not that, that's not, there's really not that many kids being murdered in schools. Compared to this just completely dwarfs it. Like thousands of these kids are murdered in this nation every day.
Okay,
Every day.
Until you go to school every day in the fear that someone is going to shoot you, you have no right to talk about that. You have no right.
I have every right to speak out against all forms of murder.
Getting killed.
What?
What about the children that are already living, going to school, and then that school gets shoot up? What about those children? Don't they deserve a life to be happy?
They do. I mean, they should not be shot, right? Right now, I'm addressing the rampant systemic dehumanization of an entire people group that mass murders them every day, thousands every day. That's what we need to think about. What's the priority? What's the biggest need? Thank you. What's the biggest need? That's what we need to prioritize the needs of people in our community. This is by far the greatest need of like physical needs.
The greatest need is women's right to their own body. You do not have a uterus. You do not get a say in what
you don't have the right to use your body to create new children and then murder them. That's not a right. That's rebellion against God.
Are you upset because your mother tried to abort you?
No, my mother loves me. So I'd encourage you to follow Jesus Christ.
I believe in Jesus.
Okay,
I believe a woman has the right to her own body.
I know.
But you should not if she uses her body to murder other people. You know, Jesus doesn't want that. Jesus wants her to love her baby all the time. Second greatest commandment is love your neighbor as yourself, from Jesus Christ. How much more your own child? Love your child as yourself. Sacrifice for your child. Jesus Christ sacrificed himself
Okay,
to love us.
Doing what's best for your child. This child is not going to want to grow up in a broken home or with.
You don't know what the child wants. The child.
I do, because I live in a broken home, and
it doesn't justify murder.
It's not murder.
Yes, it is.
No,
the unjust killing of an innocent human being.
Start at conception, it starts at birth.
No, that's just your arbitrary opinion. It's very clear that
This is your arbitrary opinion.
a new
I
organ.
don't know why you think it's necessary to do this on 4th of
No.
July. There's literally families around. I don't know what you're thinking. This is.
I'm thinking a lot of people are going about their business, having a party, thinking everything's great, celebrating a nation that massacres thousands of kids every day.
Yes, we're celebrating.
It's like people are.
We're celebrating the fact that we got away from Britain, that we're able to be our own person.
Yeah, but you're like, hey, freedom, America, it's so good. We live in America. It's such a great place. No, it's not. It's not a great place. It's a wicked, perverted nation that is going to be destroyed by God if it doesn't repent.
If you don't like it, why are you fighting here?
other countries in the world.
What?
Exactly. There are so many countries in the fourth world that need help. Why aren't you over there helping them?
Right now I'm living in a nation that mass murders kids, so I need to work here.
If you don't want to murder kids, fund birth control. Fund anti-rape campaigns.
Well, I don't believe in birth control, and I believe that birth control is not the answer. Like, people still have kids when they're on birth control, and they still murder their children when they're on birth control.
No, what's murder is when you're abolishing abortion. You're not abolishing abortion as a whole, you're abolishing safe and easy abortion. And those unsafe abortions that women are going to, that kills them. So why aren't you complaining about that murder? If you really care about murder, you'll be supporting safe abortions.
No, it's like saying we should support safe rape. Like, no, like, you don't make the act of violating somebody else's body safe. You abolish it. And if people engage in that action of hurting somebody else and they put themselves at risk, well, then good for them. Like,
what if the mother is not mentally stable enough to take care of a child and there's no one around to help her take care of that child?
She should ask for help.
From who?
The church, the people of God.
Help to these women.
I go to killing facilities and I offer women assistance.
Don't call it a killing facility.
It is a killing facility. So yeah, it's time to love these kids and stop supporting mass murder. And
if you're complaining about us violating this fetus's body, isn't that fetus technically violating our body? It's inside of our body.
no, the child's just living and growing through the first stages of life that every human being needs to live and grow through. We all need to live there. That's part of being a human being. The normal stages of life, you got to live inside your mother in the first months of life.
They can't even think.
It doesn't matter. You're discriminating based on physical characteristics and abilities. You should love every human being in every stage of life, no matter what they look like, no matter what their abilities, because everybody needs to live there. Everybody needs to grow and develop through those stages of life.
There's no getting through to him.
Yeah, have a nice day, sir. I really hope
you have a great day.
I hope you do. Thank you.
Okay.
Please put your sign away.
Well done, ladies.